In Virginia, insurance agents love water backup coverage. Why? I don't really know, except for the fact that a couple years ago, there was a company that decided they would put unlimited water backup on every policy. And so everybody else followed, like sheep. They followed this one company, and now it's almost standard. But do you really need it? Or do you really need that much? Let me tell you, this could save you hundreds of dollars a year on your homeowner's policy. Now you're a smart person and you do the math. You understand that every dollar that you spend is a dollar you don't get to save or invest. And so you're careful about just spending money haphazardly, especially, let's be honest, on insurance. Who wants to buy more insurance if they don't have to buy insurance? So a water backup is one of those coverages that we love. It's a good coverage and absolutely a good coverage, but it may not be 100% necessary for everybody. For instance, someone who has a basement and the basement is not finished, there's a sump pump down there, and if water backs up, the sump pump fails and water backs up into that basement, what damage is done? What damage is done really? Well, maybe the contents that were down there that are being stored on the first level of your shelves, maybe that's damage. You might have to get someone to come in and dry it out with some fans. You might be out $5,000 or $10,000. Now, almost every homeowner's policy in Virginia has $25,000 of water backup at a minimum. Does that house I just mentioned, do they need $25,000? That's a couple $100 maybe on their homeowner's policy. And so we might be able to save them just right there because we're thinking smart. They actually don't need it. Now, the other objection is, but doesn't that also cover if my sewers back up into the house? 100%. Here's the trick for homeowners insurance. If it's your crap, it's covered. If it's not your crap, it's not covered. Now what I mean by that is, in your house, if your sewage backs up, if it's your crap, for lack of a better word, it's covered on a homeowner's policy. So if you have a septic system out in your field, right? If you live out in the country a little bit off the beaten path, all that crap that's in that hole, that's your crap. That comes back into the house, guess what? It's covered 100%. Now, if you're on a public sewage, then there's a chance that public sewage could back up into the house, and it cannot be covered, and that could be a mess, right? That could be a mess. Now, is it likely to happen? No, it's not. It's not likely to happen. Would it cause a lot of damage? Could. It absolutely could cause a lot of damage. So in that case, that's a good coverage to have. Maybe again, $10,000, $15,000, but $25,000 if there's not a basement with a sump pump, maybe not. It's up to you. It's your choice. But I just want you to think smart. And that's our goal, is to give you good information. Good information. Now, let me give you a bonus tip. This is a pro tip, okay? So on the back end, if you have a finished basement, and your basement, it's nice, right? It's nice. $75 a square foot is typically the recommended amount for replacement downstairs in the basement. $75 a square foot. So if you have a 1,000 square foot room at $75 a square foot, is that 75,000? I think the math's right. $75,000 of water backup would be the recommended. Plus, I might bump a little bit on there for your contents that might be in the basement. Another $10,000, $85,000. Again, let's think about water backup not like a blanket coverage just because everybody does it, but let's think about it smart. Let's put our head into it, run the math, and see if it's a good coverage for you and for your family. That's what we do. We're advisors. We want to advise you. So if you need some advice, if you want us to help, we're happy to help here at Trumble Agency.